now turn up.
All right, now one of the biggest questions, Trey Sermon, Michael Carter, do we pick them before the wide receivers? Do we pick them after some of these wide receivers? Well, we'll answer some of those questions, or at least I'll give my input on that. But if you're new to the channel, we're giving away a Jerry Jeudy free signed jersey. All you have to do is be a subscriber for a chance to win. Jeez. Woo! All right, 1K, we're getting here close. So, if you're new to the channel, now we're going to be going through Michael Carter and Trey Sermon. I've already kind of given you a tidbit of where I have them ranked in previous videos, but Michael Carter is my running back 4 and Trey Sermon my running back 5. So I went through, I did my rankings, 1 QB leagues. Where did they finally land up? They're number 13 and number 14. So, of course, I don't have my rankings out there yet, but I have been doing videos of rankings, so if you watch enough of them, you'll kind of get the gist of what the rankings are. Why are they where they are at? Well, there is a good selection of Tier 2 wide receivers. And these Tier 2 wide receivers are both the Moores, Bateman, Terrace Marshall, and then there's a little tiny gap. And we have that gap in between Kadarius Toney, who I personally don't like as much, and then we have Amari Rodgers. I'm trying to think who else is off the top of my head. Oh, Amon-Ra St. Brown. So we have like a gap. Tier 2, Tier 3. That is right where these two running backs, I personally have them ranked. Where do I think they're going to go? I think you're going to find these teams, especially contenders that have picks, you're going to see them reach. You're going to see them go 110, 111. Honestly, as the closer the season happens, I feel like these running backs are going to keep sliding up. You're going to hear, Trey Sermon doing awesome at San Francisco camp. Michael Carter, the only running back in the Jets backfield worth anything, maybe besides Telvin Coleman, tiny bit. So anyways, where do I have these guys? So 201, 202 in a 1 QB league. Of course, move them back probably 3-4 spots if they're in a super flex. But I don't think they're going to go there. I honestly think they're going to go before that. And the reason why I don't have them up there is, first of all, 4th round running backs. Well, let's just start with Michael Carter. 4th round running backs don't have, I guess, really good success at the NFL level. They just don't. If you look at the past, you can do your own data and searching and stuff through there. Running backs 1 through 3 seem to do well. It goes pretty kind of steep drop off, and then you hit round 4 and it's a huge drop off. Excuse me. That's why my biggest concern for Michael Carter, Kenneth Gainwell, any of these kind of running backs where they were going to get drafted in round 4 through 7. Michael Carter gets drafted in the absolute perfect situation for him. I think, honestly, there's no better team to be drafted on than the Jets. I mean, even if he was drafted in Miami, I think Gaskins is still an argument to have. The Jets have no one. The Jets have Coleman. The Jets have Ty Johnson. The Jets have, I don't know, maybe Kerryon Johnson just got cut. Maybe they have Kerryon. Who knows who they have? Probably not good choices at running back for at least 2021 season. They have Zach Wilson. They have 3 good wide receivers, and I feel like this offense could do a ton of passing. Kind of like maybe like the Chargers of this last 2020 season, where they didn't have a really good running back because Eckler was gone. But I do see that when Eckler came back, and you saw how well Eckler did. Michael Carter is a very similar size to Eckler. And we talk about Michael Carter, 5'8", 200 pounds, maybe even a little bit tish over 200. I think Michael Carter is a really good beta to somebody that is an alpha. But you know what? You're going to have, he's going to be the A guy right now. That is why Michael Carter is my RB4. And I think that's why he's going to be very tantalizing, you could say, for this upcoming 2021 season. I just don't think that can be long-term. I don't think Michael Carter is a long-term 3-down running back that will have volume for the next 5 years. And this is Dynasty ultimately. I could see him having a really good 2021 season, and then all of a sudden 2022 comes around, and the Jets either get a free agent or they draft a running back. And in either choice or either things happen, which I think those are really good probabilities, and we've been saying that for Miami for the last couple of years, so who knows. But I think those are really good possibilities, and this is, again, trying to predict the future and just look at Michael Carter as his production, and I think you're going to see him fit really, really well as a RBBC, running back by committee. And I think he'll still have, I think he could have really good production this year, even in RB2, RB3, and you're like, woo, I got the jackpot. That's where I would sell. Because I think he, in the long term, This is Dynasty. Long term, I think it's going to be a problem for him. I still think they're gonna add to that backfield. You cannot have the next 3 years be Tevin Coleman, Ty Johnson, and Michael Carter. That cannot happen. And so I think he will break down if they try to force him 300 touches. That being said, I think he's a really good production here at 201 in 1QB leagues, and he has moved up in the rankings, and I could even see him go 108, 109, 110, like in these high needy running back teams, because running backs are always needy. Now let's go to Trey Sermon, who I have him at 105, or the fifth ranked running back. He moved up from 8 to 5. He also moved up from the rankings from mid to late 20s all the way up to 14. So we made a huge jump to San Francisco, but he has a little bit more of a hurdle. He has Raheem Mostert, he has Jeff Wilson, and those are still two really good running backs, or at least they performed really well. He also has Elijah Mitchell, which I think not enough people are talking about, because Elijah Mitchell is one of my favorite, I guess you could say, late round running backs. And so that being said, I think Trey Sermon is still going to have plenty of, I guess, appease. He has what looks to be like a really good situation on paper, and you might see him have like this Jay Ajayi type season where you're going to see him have nothing for 5-6 games, and then maybe one of the running backs gets hurt and he's in there and he does the classic San Francisco thing, gets 20 carries for 140 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then the next game he's hurt or something like that. Because Trey Sermon, known for being hurt, known for not being a super elite running back. So that is my opinions on those two running backs. I think those two running backs are huge keys on where some of these wide receivers fall to, and I think where some of these quarterbacks get reached up in 1QB leagues, it's going to be very specific or very interesting to see where some of these tier 2 and tier 3 wide receivers fall to. So again, this is Marcos Dynasty Football Dads. We do daily Dynasty videos. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Now turn up.